As chair of Asia Society Southern California and a proud trustee of the Asia Society, I am incredibly honored to welcome you to this very special moment in our program tonight. In January of this year, our city faced a tragedy that truly tested our resilience. The devastating loss of everything in the LA wildfires, lives were upended, homes were lost, and many of our friends, many of whom are here today, lost their homes as well. And entire communities stood on the edge of despair. But even in the face of the unimaginable hardship, we saw the very best of humanity rise. Tonight, we take a pause to recognize the incredible courage and compassion of the first responders and aid organizations who stood in the front lines of the crisis. With deep gratitude, we thank the firefighters who risked their lives to protect ours and the aid workers who mobilized swiftly, providing relief, shelter, and hope when we needed it more than anything. So this tribute is made possible through the generous support of JM Eagle, and we thank them so much for championing this recognition of true service. So with that, I invite you to watch this video, and I hope it touches you as much as it has touched many of us.
Major wildfire burning in LA County, the Eaton fire. It's now 33% contained. It's burned more than 14,000 acres. There are 16 confirmed deaths. That makes this the 5th deadliest fire in California history. The flames destroying 1,900 structures, several hundred others damaged. More than 3,400 crews are battling the Eaton fire in the San Gabriel Valley.
These wind gusts have topped out at about 100 miles per hour, and that is what is making these 4 fires so dangerous.
As we come together, Los Angeles County firefighters will remain on the front line until we reach full containment.
I've been a firefighter for close to 18 years. I'm titled a fire engineer. My job is to drive the fire engine.
There's things that a captain has to do. We have to be able to feed our crew, we have to get them paid, and we have to make sure they go home in the morning after their shift. And we got to take care of our community.
Being a public servant carries a lot of weight, a lot of responsibility that I don't take lightly. They're calling 911 and they're having probably one of the worst days of their lives.
Everybody signed up on this job to help, but these people have gone through so much. It's the emotional toll that they've gone through. I mean, there's generations that have lost their house, generations on generations. And just, the emotion is hard, really hard.
Once we are activated, I know that either the incident is growing, is static, or diminishing. In this case, there is no doubt it's going to be a big incident.
And the east side of JPL, right along the 210 freeway, right on the border of Pasadena and Altadena.
And I've never been in a situation such as this with winds, they say, up to 100 miles per hour. And it was like a blast furnace.
It's terrible driving up to there. You're seeing destruction, something that you would only see in a war.
It looked like just a bomb had gone off. The only things that were standing were like chimneys, washing machines, and like frames of cars.
The amount of work it's going to take to rebuild those homes is tremendous. It's in Los Angeles County, we've never had this happen before. My story of that night was I was at home with my family and we were having dinner and the power went out. When they told us to go fight fire, it was in the neighborhood in Altadena. So at that time, I asked him, hey, is it okay if you drop by my house to see if it's still there? And once we turned the corner, it was just reduced to ashes.
So it's this house right here, Chien?
Yep, right here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man.
This is what's left of my home. This is my garage.
This is your garage?
Yeah, we had just, like I said, we had just cleaned it up. Yeah, this was the front door. Little porch area.
No, you're not going to take the boys back here, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, we initially thought maybe we can come back and give them closure, but I don't think
they need any of this.
No.
Yeah. The plan of now is, yeah, we want to be back, and I think that's the feeling of most everyone on the street.
Right now, we're staying in a small studio. Luckily, it has 2 beds in this studio, but it's really small. It's in Highland Park with a friend. Being a community of helping each other and being in communication helps a ton. And I think this job has led me to my personal life of like just wanting to help everybody that asks for help, you know?
5 shelters have been opened by the Red Cross since the fires began to assist those affected and ensure everyone has a safe place to stay during this crisis.
The whole community from not even LA, you know, people from Orange County all over the place just coming over to assist people who needed the help most. And I think that just shows what community is all about.
The LA Rams are using the upcoming draft as an opportunity to honor our first responders.
The team is paying homage to Southern California firefighters following the deadly wildfires earlier this year.
We're into it a while. We're pretty tired, and to get some of these sports players to come in, it was a big uplifting experience. Some of these big disasters, they bring out the best in people.
It was absolutely overwhelming, and having that outreach, which to me was unprecedented, it just kind of gives you faith in humanity.
Looking for his wedding ring.
We went up there, and I was kind of just jokingly like saying, "Hey, maybe we can find my ring," you know? And without even hesitation, the guys on the crew were just like, "Yeah, where do you think it is?"
What's that?
You know, and sure enough, we found it.
What's that?
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Show me the ring. Show me the ring. Yeah, baby. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Utility workers are stretched along Pacific Coast Highway.
Hogg says the camaraderie with other volunteers is what keeps many of them going when working during tragedies like these. Now, Boo's helping the people losing everything in Los Angeles.
Right now, I'm walking through the downtown LA headquarters at the EOC. And this is where you can see volunteers everywhere. All of the support that needs to happen so that we can help everyone impacted by the fires begin their recovery.
Our first responders are true heroes. And because of that, I started an organization called Steadfast LA. And Steadfast LA is all about supporting the people who work so hard to support us.
We have a fighting spirit in us, and we are ready. We just have hope and faith that this is all gonna be okay and that we will rebuild Pasadena.
You know, at the end of the day, it always works out.
What? Oh my gosh.
We found it.
We found it.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage the heroes who answer the call in January.
Whew. Thank you. Please sit down. My name is Joanne Nowlin, and I'm the CEO for the Los Angeles region of the American Red Cross. And I think what we all saw on January 7th is that LA cares. These incredible, dedicated, committed members of the fire departments who rose to the occasion. But we saw strangers helping strangers and neighbors helping neighbors and coming together. In fact, the Red Cross, we overwhelmed our system because we had 18,000 people try to volunteer for the Red Cross in about 2 weeks. And I think it speaks to the humanity, and that's what we talk about. But the recovery is long. And so yesterday I was in Pasadena at one of our sites that we have, the Red Cross, where folks can come in and talk to a Red Cross representative. And because we're giving out another round of financial assistance. And by about 10 o'clock, we had 450 lined up at this church in Pasadena. And there was one gentleman who came, and I was with the volunteer who was helping him. And he looked weary. And he looked like he needed a win. And so he was sitting down with our amazing volunteer and going through some information and telling his story. And so our volunteer's like, okay, we're going to put some funds in your account with EFT through his debit card. And she goes, oh, it looks like it came through. So he opens his phone and he froze because he saw $3,200 had just landed in his account. And he just started to cry and he hugged. And, he got that win. And all these thousands of families are getting these wins because so many people in Los Angeles, across the country, across the world said, we care. And so thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you to the Asia Society. This makes us so proud. And I get to introduce a really important colleague of mine because the Red Cross partners with the different fire departments all the time. And that is my friend, Jon O'Brien, Chief Deputy. Jon?
Before I begin my formal remarks, I just need to emphasize how important of a partner the Red Cross was for us throughout all of these incidents. While we're in the midst of battling these fires, still wrapping our head around what is going on and catching these fires, across the way from us at Brookside Park on the Eaton fire up near the Rose Bowl, convergent volunteers just started arriving in force. People, the best of humanity coming forward, people bringing stuff for all those that they knew were going to be in so much need. And it was through our partnership with our friends at the American Red Cross that they were able to take that, wrangle it, put it together, move it to the Santa Anita racetrack, and make it operational for all those who are in so much need. And I just can't thank enough the American Red Cross and our friends there for everything they do to help us out during these incidents. So thank you so much. On behalf of first responders from across Los Angeles County, we are both humbled and honored by the Asia Society of Southern California's acknowledgement of the heroic efforts of the countless first responders and aid organizations from across the nation that came to assist our communities at their time of greatest need this past January. While it is special to be here standing in front of you tonight, I would be remiss in not asking that we, one, remember the 30 individuals who lost their lives during these wildfires, and two, continue to stand behind the many thousands, like our brother engineer Chien from the Pasadena Fire Department, who lost his home that night. They are faced with the challenge of recovering from one of Southern California's greatest natural disasters. Since the unprecedented wildfire siege that began on January 7th, 2025, the generosity from the community and organizations like yours has been inspirational. Countless individuals have donated to the victims of these wildfires and acknowledged the tireless efforts of our first responders who safely evacuated over 250,000 residents as they battled both the Eaton and Palisades urban conflagrations, in addition to other wildfires that put other residents and communities at risk during that fateful 15-day siege. And for that, you have our heartfelt thanks and gratitude. I would now like to introduce Deputy Fire Chief Albert Yanagisawa, who leads the Los Angeles County Fire Department's Community Risk Reduction Bureau and serves as an incident commander on LA County Incident Management Team 3. His team managed the Eaton fire, and his role as the Community Risk Reduction Bureau Chief, he is charged with much of the recovery and rebuild efforts across Los Angeles County. Again, thank you for having us tonight.
Well, on behalf of the County of Los Angeles Fire Department and the Fire Department's Asian Pacific Islander Association, I am honored to join you tonight and extend our gratitude to the Asian American Red Cross and Asia Society for recognizing and supporting the dedicated first responders. The wildfires in January tested our resolve, but they also reminded us of the strength found in unity. Our firefighters stood shoulder to shoulder with colleagues, confronting the fires, searching for victims, surveying the damage. Today, we support each other in our recovery efforts. Although you see we wear different patches, we were united in our resolve to complete our mission. Responses like this one are not possible without the trust and collaboration of our partners, our communities and organizations like the Red Cross, Asia Society, which continues to uplift those who serve. To be recognized tonight is a privilege, but the true honor really lies in serving the people of Los Angeles, protecting lives, property, and the future of the communities we are proud to call home. Thank you for this tribute, and thank you for standing with your first responders. Have a good evening.